ain't no politician, son.
Hello everyone, George Kenner from Garage Studios today. Let's talk about testing a battery and a warranty, and specifically one company that I did business with, which was Triple A. I hope this reaches out to Mr. Tim Condon, the CEO, and Mr. Sean Jones, the head of the call center. I think you may find this rather interesting. Now, I have a 2003 Lexus 430 SC. I love that little car. I take really good care of it, but then I take really good care of all my things. The car over the last 2.5, 3 months has started to lose the effectiveness of the battery. It was draining down to the point where you go to start the car and it goes tick, tick, tick. There was some battery left, but it was dead. So I put my handy dandy charger on it and I thought, hey, let's see, is this a bad battery? Well, I went in to downtown Yuma, round trip and all the little running around I did, probably 25 to 30 miles. Well, I left the car in my driveway and was gonna go for a ride the next day, Sunday, maybe off to Sedona. Guess what? Car wouldn't start. I called AAA thinking, I'll just get a replacement battery and off and away we go. I have a warranty, free, guaranteed, performance for 3 years, replace it, no cost. I'd be happy to go. Well, I waited about an hour into my day and somebody calls me back and says, well, we don't do batteries in Yuma on Sunday. I was able to confirm that with the driver that came out Monday morning. Yes, I was on the phone Monday morning. Instead of automatically hooking me into the system and having somebody call me and being the first one to get the battery, I had to call you back in. Probably a 25-minute wait. I'm getting some time invested in trying to get this battery replaced. Gentleman shows up, puts a tester box on it, seems totally normal to me, and he cannot get it to read. There's nothing on it. He asked me to try and start the car. There's nothing. There's no power. Then he hooks the jumper battery onto it. We start the car and he says, you're gonna have to bring it in so that I can get a test. I'm not telling you the battery's good or bad. I'm just telling you that I can't test it and get a certain code. I thought, really? I've already jumped it and tested it. You came out here with the same equipment when you replaced it. You didn't have a problem when you sold it to me testing it and telling me that the other battery was dead. But now that this is your warranted battery, I got an issue. Really?
Ain't no politician, son.
Well, he left. There's no replacement battery. I got on the telephone again. Spoke to a manager and she says, we're gonna send somebody else out. We're gonna confirm this. About an hour later, I get a call and I get another routing as though somebody is going to come back out and it is the same person. I'm thinking to myself, it's supposed to be somebody else, but they're gonna replace your battery. Let's just hang with it, George. So I did. He shows back up, he says basically the same thing. He says, I can't do anything. It's a bad battery, meaning it won't start the car, but I have to have a specific code. They're very strict on this. He says, it didn't used to be that way, but this is the way that it is now. I said, well, was it this way when I bought the battery? He says, well, not really. He realized he kind of stepped over the line in telling me that there had been a change in the policy separate of this. And speaking to the customer service managers, they told me that they would send somebody out, so I'm at the second one, they left. I get back on the phone, I call another manager. And this manager, another 25, 30 minutes, I'm working on this. I worked on trying to get a battery replaced from Sunday, took me about an hour of my time. Monday, I went at this from 9 o'clock in the morning until about 4:30 in the afternoon, just trying to get to somebody. And that would be Mr. Sean Jones. You probably want to know about that. So I asked to speak to somebody at the very top, couldn't get an email address to address this. I thought the only way to do this is in a YouTube, so here we go. Number 509080. She told me that, this almost gets hilarious. She told me she'd sell me another battery. Why would I want to buy another battery when I have a warranted battery? She knows it needs to be replaced, which is why she offered to sell me another battery. not breaking that call, but getting to her manager, which was an Elizabeth, employee number 505521, she told me that I need to buy a battery charger. I already have a battery charger. I'd love for you, Mr. Condon and Mr. Jones, go pick up these things. See if they didn't offer me a battery, to sell me a battery. See if they didn't tell me to go buy a battery charger. I'd already recharged it. You utilized the exact same testing equipment when you sold me the new battery to tell me the battery was bad, but you can't use it when it's on a warranty. I think there's an issue here. I think everybody needs to know that if they buy a battery, they may potentially have to go buy their own battery charger and then have your guy come back 3 or 4 times. And by the way, the gentleman that told me, he says, you know, you're eating up all the little contacts that you have with us. I bought for tow insurance. I haven't been towed. I've never needed a tow from AAA for all the years that I've been a member. There was a period, I think I've been a member for probably over 30 years. Although when I lived in the city and I bought a car that had towing insurance, there was no reason to continue on. But now I still have your towing insurance. Why would I want to keep it? What are you going to do? Pick up the phone and go, well, you know, you're going to have to prove that that car won't start before we tow it? Really? What is this? If there needed to be to take the car to a repair facility, I had towing, why didn't you tow it? This is extremely frustrating. The quality of customer service is so low that I can't believe it. And I'd love to see in the warranty where it says we must be able to test your battery and get an absolute fail from our system at our location. It doesn't say that. So if you're thinking about buying a battery, my friends, you may want to consider some of these things because, you know, it just doesn't make sense that you buy something and they can test it to tell you you have a bad one, but when it's the warranty, they can't tell you. Really? Everybody have a great day. Bring some logic back to corporate America and be fair with your clients. I say that's the way to grow a business. Thank you.
I ain't no politician, ain't no politician.